welcome to episode 22 of a Slice of P.I podcast, where we highlight the people that live along the South Carolina coast in Georgetown County. My name is Kat Loftus, and we're so glad you joined us today. This week, we are celebrating moms that make Christmas. Yes. I remember growing up, my mom was making sure everything got done at our house, from getting the tree decorated to getting the Christmas cards out, getting the food prepared, wrapping the presents, getting our clothes ready for Christmas and going to church with our Christmas outfits on. So what we did this week is I talked to two different friends. I talked to Julie Hamill and Carolyn Baker, and asked them, who does all the Christmas details in your family? So we discussed budget, Christmas tree, decorations inside, outside, Christmas cards, shopping, wrapping, giving gifts to neighbors, children, friends, co-workers. Do you have other activities going on during the month of December, not related to Christmas, that you still have to take care of? And do you have any birthdays during the month of December? Who cleans up afterwards? Just all those things that have to be taken care of. That's a lot of details every single day. So we were just wanted to highlight that and tell all the moms thank you for, and women in general, just thank you for making Christmas and the holidays just so great for everybody to enjoy. Also, I have a little clip. If any of y'all are familiar with Leanne Morgan and her comedy, she had a little bit that she said exactly about this, about what she had to do for her family at Christmas time. So I'm going to show this right after I finish speaking. And then you will hear my little interview with Julie Hamill. And then you'll hear Carolyn Baker. And then we'll come back together and talk about a little bit more at the end. I do want to share with you a book that my book club's reading now that I just finished. And it is so good. And it's about this area, about our Georgetown County area. So sit back and enjoy episode 22 of a Slice of P.I podcast.
I can't even think about going on one of these trips until I can get through Christmas. And I don't mean to sound like everything falls on me, but everything falls on me. I love my family, but they don't do anything to help me. I do all the decorating, the cooking, the cleaning, the wrapping, the shopping, all that. Last year, on December the 24th, my husband said to me, "Can I help you do anything?" And I said, "I'm going to beat you to death." And I can't think about this trip because I got to get ready for Christmas, and I get so torn up that I want to take to the bed. I want to take to the bed, but I can't take to the bed, because if I take to the bed, nobody's going to have Christmas.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Kat. How are you today?
Thank you for coming to Slice of P.I podcast for episode 22.
Thank you for inviting me.
Do you like our fire we have back here?
I do. I'm such a fan of the Yule log.
Yes.
This takes me back to our Walkmall elementary days.
Yes. We're filming right here in my office at P. Sotheby's, and so we had a couple of cold days just to try and pretend warm my office up. I put the TV on YouTube, and you can find fireplaces on YouTube, so we need to do that at school.
And it was a good touch to put the heater right
I
under the Yule
I
log.
do have a little heater
to give people the full effect.
Yeah, so it's but people are amazed when they come by, they see a fireplace in my office. I say, you can have whatever you want. Okay. Just imagine it, whatever you want. So Julie, I love talking with Julie. We've known each other from teaching school for many years. Many years. Julie was a special ed teacher, and what did you specialize in, really?
Well, I specialized in learning disabilities. I was a resource teacher most of my career. I did some curriculum replacement work, but mostly resource work.
So I knew you from Walkmall Elementary, but your last job was at Walkmall Middle School.
It was.
Yeah. And before Walkmall Elementary, where did you teach?
I was at Kensington Elementary.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was for 3 years, and then I moved down this way when David moved down this way.
Okay, and you're married to David Hamill, Dr. David Hamill, who is the principal, currently the principal of Walkmall High School. Mm-hmm. We love David. And you tell everybody about your children. How many children do you have?
We have 3. We have a little girl that's 23, lives in Charleston. She is a teacher at Ashley Ridge High School.
Sam is
Loves
married.
She is to my sweet son-in-law Patrick.
Yeah.
And I have a little boy that's going to graduate from high
Not
school.
little at all. He's
not little.
very
He's
tall.
I have a
Very
giant boy that is about to graduate from high school from Waccamaw. And
Ben.
That's Ben.
Yeah.
And I have a little girl, Jessie, that's just started Waccamaw High School.
Yeah, great girl, full of personality.
Full of personality.
She is a great stage performer.
She is. Jessie's got a lot in there. There's a lot of Jessie.
She's doing student council, and she was on cross country team, and but she's the baby of the family. The babies of the
She's
family.
a baby, and she's into just everything. Jessie
Not
likes
afraid of
to
anything.
sample and try.
No,
she has no fears.
She's great. I love Jessie.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Jessie. So anyway, what Julie and I are here to talk about today on episode 22 is how moms make Christmas. How moms are Christmas.
How moms are Christmas.
And if any husbands are watching this and you think, why is your wife so crazy during the month of December? We're going to let you know why. So it's hard to be a mom during the month of December because we have a lot to do to get ready for Christmas. And some people just don't even know. So we're just going to come through these things. And I bet some of y'all can relate to what we're getting ready to talk to. So if you want to leave a comment below and let us know if you felt any of these things that we feel. Yeah. So the first thing I asked Julie is, before we start filming is, when you get ready for Christmas, Julie, do you and David discuss your Christmas budget? How much are you going to spend on Christmas?
I can't say we're the best at that, but I am a pretty organized person.
That's good.
So I actually start. I love Christmas. I jingle all the way. I jingle all the way, and I start getting ready for Christmas. I start looking for things. Start trying to get ideas. Early fall, late summer, early fall.
Good for you.
So that does make it harder to stay into a budget because you just do. I do kindly just start blindly grabbing and putting away.
You store them in secret places and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't always keep as good a track. But I don't know.
Is your husband understanding?
We volley in and out of understanding. I think he's always happy with the result.
Well, my poor husband, Pat, has always just asked what the total is when it's all over. And,
that's a bad idea.
It's not good, but it's hard. You want to make sure that everybody's happy and everybody's gotten what they're supposed to. You've given everybody what they're. So it's hard to keep a budget. And I don't know how moms who are on or people who are on a limited budget get Christmas done. Maybe they have a better system than you or I have. But Christmas can be super expensive.
Christmas can be expensive and
very
tough
expensive. So first of all on that list is the Christmas tree. What kind of Christmas tree do y'all do?
We have changed. We sometimes do real tree. We sometimes do fake trees.
Yeah.
We have a fake tree this year because I have the twin kittens that are into everything.
Do they climb the tree?
Maxine climbs the tree. So we do not have ornaments on our tree this year. We just have a bare tree.
Oh my God.
And that's what we have.
Well, as long as it makes you happy.
But we did have a really good time one year. I saw your post, the giant Christmas tree, a few days ago.
Yeah.
I loved it because a few years ago, I decided to do a real tree.
Okay.
Georgetown High School was selling Christmas trees. So
you wanted to support them.
I did. I wanted to support myself. This is a great idea. And the ceilings in our living room are pretty high.
Yeah.
So I saw the one that said, the tree will be between 12
Ooh, that's big.
or something. And I thought, well, my ceilings
could
tall
handle
enough
that. You
for
could
that.
take that.
That's fine.
Sure.
So I put my little order in for the tree. And when my husband shows up with the tree, it's really big. Because it's not like an artificial tree. It's not like if it's 12 feet, it's going to be exactly 12 feet. That's not how it works. And it's wide. So it took up most of our living room that year. I think we only were even able to keep the couch.
It's hard with the big tree.
And it took an army of friends and family to get the tree in the house.
Level it, stand it in the stand.
It was really something.
Well, and I've also found with a tall tree, you have to get ladders, standing on bar stools, doing everything to get the angel or the star on top. It's hard. Get those decorations.
We had to get fishing line, like high, and tie it to the staircase.
Okay.
Because I knew that if this thing did tip over, it would kill whoever it landed on and destroy my home. So
I've
we
heard.
did.
I think
We
my
did
sister
tie
does
it
that.
to the staircase that year.
Put some fishing line. That's
Mm-hmm.
well, it's a safety measure. So our tree, we do have a big tree this year, 9 to 10 feet, and it's that, and it's super wide. And my children say that's too big for the room. We usually have to move a chair out of the way, but it looks really pretty. It does, but I'm really getting to the point where I'm about ready for that artificial tree because trees are expensive. My tree was probably $200 between one and two, and then the delivery fee. Because gosh, I love Tree Blue Nursery. They chop it off, they make it so it's perfectly level in the stand, and take it to my house and set
And
it
just
on.
sit it.
And there's no arguments. Back in the day when we didn't do that, Pat and I would yell and scream at each other trying to get that thing level and in the stand. It was
Georgetown
awful.
High School did not perform that service, and it was
It's
something.
tough to get a tree stand up straight sometimes. So anyway, so I think we might be going soon for the artificial tree because some of them are really beautiful and they just light up so nicely. And I'm thinking, why not? So, when do you pull out all your decorations?
The Friday after Thanksgiving.
Same, do that.
Always. That's the day.
Friday after Thanksgiving, and so you start decorating Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, so who decorates your tree?
I usually decorate the tree, but the men in my family do help me get it out of the attic, get it put together.
Okay, who decorates the rest of the inside of your house? Who does that?
I do that.
Who decorates the outside of your house?
David.
Well, that's good.
He does. He loves
He gets a
outside
bonus point.
decorations, and he will.
Do you do some lights? What you got going on?
We've got a big nativity, and he has some spotlights on the nativity.
Wow.
Lights on the driveway.
What kind of nativity
Yeah, so-
scene is it? Is it inflatable? Is it
So
Home Depot inflatable?
it is, the white nativities that they're like made of board. They're like,
Oh yes, I do know
and
that.
they're white. And
Yeah.
that's what we have.
Okay. That's pretty. I've always wanted one. We don't have one, but I'd like to have one. So that's nice that David gets that all set up for you. I decorate the tree. I think Patrick and Siobhan, they helped me put a few ornaments on, but I mostly put the rest, the lights, the ornaments. You have to get the angel on top, and then they had to get back to Charlotte, and then Pat's working out of town, and my kids are in college or away. So I decorated the inside of the house. The dogs don't know how to decorate, so I did the inside of the house. The lights on the outside.
Sometimes dogs know how to undecorate.
But I think moms do a lot of decorating too.
Moms do a lot.
Yep. Next on the agenda is the family Christmas card. Do you do a family Christmas card, Julie? With the
We
picture
are
on your
not the most
toes.
faithful of the family Christmas
And you're trying to get it
cards.
nice to send out to everybody in your Christmas card list. Do you send out a card?
I have probably not sent out a card in 5 years.
5 years, wow.
Probably.
Some people are going to the digital cards, like on Facebook and things like that.
No.
So we do one of those, but because my children are either out of college or some are at college, and we just can't I couldn't get a family picture at Thanksgiving time. I just wait till around Christmas when they all come home, and I do a New Year's card.
Perfect.
But
I think I did a New Year's card a couple of years ago. Yeah.
New Year's card. And I think that people appreciate that because it doesn't come with a slew of all the, you're not seeing as many Christmas cards as you used to.
No.
But I like to send it out. And because I sell real estate, it's important to get that to all my clients. Tell them to say thank you. Thank you. And just say hello to everybody. And I love getting the picture Christmas cards. I do.
I do. I love getting a Christmas card.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's my era of life too, when all of my friends we were all younger and we were all cuter and our little children. Maybe that was more of the picture Christmas card era.
One of the funniest Christmas cards I ever opened and pulled out. Santa Claus and two boys are sitting on their lap. It was Paige and Bob's Christmas card. And William, her younger son, or both of them, maybe William and Matt, screaming afraid of Santa, pulling away from it was the best, funniest Christmas card I'd ever seen. Although Leanne Brown has had some funny Christmas cards too. But I love the funny Christmas cards, I do. And I just like seeing how kids change every year in the cards, or things with trips families have been on, accomplishments in the family, weddings. Those are kind of fun to see too. But moms are usually in charge of getting that Christmas card together and mailing it. And mailing it. Okay. Christmas presents. Who shops for all those Christmas presents?
I will give, and now that we're talking, David does do more. I would
He is
say
quite the unusual husband.
he is a little unusual.
That's wonderful, but he does help.
I would say I probably do 80% of it myself. But we do make sure that we set aside a day over Christmas and we go out together and pick some of the gifts together for the
nice.
kids.
That's actually
That
nice.
is a tradition that we have maintained, and this year we actually did it a little early because his schedule's
tighter.
pretty tight right now. So
So you buy your children. Do you get anything for your spouse, for David?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about for extended family members? Mom
we
and
do.
dad,
Yeah, we
cousins.
usually we go out into, because we're so fortunate. Both of us have both our parents, so we go out that. We have siblings, and we do recognition with them. The thing. You got your children. You got to pay most attention to them.
Children are number one.
And then teachers and coworkers.
Yeah, so like with your kids have teachers, you got to send in the teacher gift, coworker gifts. I don't know in this kind of office if they do that kind of thing here, but I know in school there's
we do
all kind of gifts going back
Yeah.
and forth. All kind of gifts going around.
We jingle all the way.
Jingle all the way. Neighbors. I'm always worried about my neighbor gifts.
Yeah.
What am I giving to my neighbors for? So those are all the gifts that I have to worry about. That just another duty that a woman does. So how about charitable organizations? Do you have to worry about donating to any charitable organizations? Time of year like Toys for Tots?
Well, yeah, we do. I have a list because I do. Yeah, I'm very organized. So I have a normal list. But then I feel like things always come up, or you come into a situation, and this is where I think as moms, is it important to keep I think it is important to keep our eyes open. And where we've been in the schools,
right,
we've seen things I don't think everybody gets to see.
True.
And every year I do like to make sure we've saved something back for a situation that we might see come up that needs to be acutely addressed.
Sure, a family in need or something like that. So our church has like the angel tree. A lot of people have the angel tree where you take an angel off. It might have a child's clothing sizes on it or a specific toy or gift they want, and you buy that and give it back. So our church has that. And then Friendship Place, they're always collecting food and any monetary donations. There's a lot of food pantries in the area, like Baskerville, and I know at Blaine Methodist they give away a lot of bikes at Christmas time, don't they?
Do they? Okay.
Yes, they do. I know they do a lot at Blaine Methodist at this time of year. Most of the churches are doing something wonderful this time of year to help everybody in need. I know at school we used to adopt a couple families at school.
We would adopt families at school. One thing that I saw this year, and maybe I was just late to the game, but I want to work it in the future, was adopting seniors.
Oh, I love that.
That's something that I want to look into and get more involved.
You know, there are a lot of senior citizens. We have a lot of assisted living centers in our area. We have a lot of just seniors living in our area. And so if you can take a moment to go visit one of them and just at a assisted living center, they would love it. They just love anything. So you just take a little time to go by and see them. Okay, who wraps the presents in your house?
I wrap presents.
Okay.
I wrap my own presents.
Do you shop online or in local stores, or where do you shop?
Both.
Yeah, I do both.
I'm online. I'm up and down the beach, going in the stores.
Okay, who prepares all the food for Christmas at your house?
I do.
Okay.
Although Publix helps me out.
What do you eat on Christmas Day?
We have varied it. It's kind of usually a fairly traditional, like a turkey type thing.
You do turkey.
I think we're going to do prime rib this year.
Yeah.
Still very traditional.
Growing up, we had turkey Thanksgiving, turkey Christmas, but now with our family, we like to have either a tenderloin on Christmas. A tenderloin's really yummy, and it's a treat to have that. It's just not something you can have all. I can usually find one at Lowe's Foods. They have the tenderloin. They can be like $100, but it's a Christmas treat.
It's a Christmas
part
treat.
of the Christmas budget, you know.
And as long as you plan ahead, it's okay.
Well, yeah, the Christmas
as long
budget.
as you can prove your organization, it's okay.
But you know, and then you go to Christmas parties. You might have to carry some hors d'oeuvre to a Christmas party, and so you have to be ready for that. Does David make any of those hors d'oeuvres for you? Or cakes?
I don't think you'd want to eat David's hors d'oeuvres.
Cakes and pies. You got to get the clothing, Christmas clothing.
Oh, the clothing. And we were talking about that earlier. This time of year, making sure everybody shows up at the right place, at the right time, in the right outfit with the right food stuff.
Yeah, so mom's got to worry about the Christmas clothing. You go to church, the right clothing for church. Okay, Christmas Eve, who puts all the toys together? If Santa's not there to believe him, who's putting toys together?
Well, if we are called upon to handle that ourselves, I am one that handles it ahead of time.
Oh, good for you.
I am. My parents have always been very generous with their space, and so I'm able to do all of that. So I saw the question, how late do you go to bed? I usually go to bed pretty early because I have everything done.
Oh, you are so, I need to be more like you.
Days before. I've never had to
like you.
stay up putting things
That's so
together.
good. One year, my next door neighbor was so sweet. She said, I would be happy to put something together for you. So I just put the boxes in her house, and she had a man come and put things together. So I was able just to go get it Christmas Eve and put it under the tree. But normally, this is how it goes in our house. All the children went to bed. Pat and I sat down together, started putting things together. And my husband said, I think it's time for a drink.
Oh.
So he would mix a delicious bourbon and ginger ale. Delicious, yummy. And turn on the Pope to watch Midnight Mass.
Okay.
And he'd fall asleep. Can you believe that?
I can't.
God bless him. He's a hardworking man. He is a very hardworking man.
He is a hardworking man. He is a good fellow.
I love him. And
but I still would have been tempted to not be as gracious.
So I was going to bed about 4 a.m.
Stop it.
4 a.m. One year Santa Claus brought a golf cart. When Mary Catherine was a young girl, she asked Santa for a golf cart. So I probably got to sleep at 4 a.m. And children waking up at 6 a.m. whenever they wake up on Christmas Day. She comes running across the house. Mom, don't wake up! Santa brought us a golf cart. Poor Pat just rolls over in the bed and goes, oh my God. But you know what? We got to make it happen. The magic of Christmas. Who fills all the stockings at your house? And
I do.
What do y'all put in your stockings?
Different stuff.
Do you ever put a piece of fruit?
I don't.
Put fruit in this.
I don't. But I will also disclose getting the Hamill. Well, no, Sam's great. But getting those little Hamills to eat a piece of fruit, it's not a joke. So if they would throw it at me.
Okay. So I grew up, Santa always put a piece of fruit in our stocking along with some candy. So that's what happens to the Loftus children, fruit with some candy. And occasionally now there might be another kind of little small gift in there. Do y'all do that?
Yeah, we do but we do little things.
Yeah, small. Let's see. Do you go, okay, so what happens on Christmas Day at your house? What time do the kids wake up? Christmas Day.
So the rule is that they are not to come out of their rooms until 6 o'clock.
Who made that rule? Did you make that rule?
I made that rule. And they've pretty much been able to follow that rule. And they do still get up early because we enjoy Christmas morning at our house. There was one year, and Jessica is, some of y'all know Jessica. Jessica couldn't tell time yet. And I think it was about 3:30 when they came in our room that year with the other 2 kids trailing behind her, knowing the rule, knowing they were not following the rule, but they were like, Mom, we've done everything we can. We couldn't keep her in there any longer.
Well, she was so excited.
She was so excited. And it was fun, and I love that. I love those stories.
I remember as a little girl thinking that Santa was standing at my bedroom door and wanting to close my eyes because I didn't want him to know I was awake. Yeah. And then Patrick, our oldest child, Patrick, he said, I didn't know he was doing it. He said he would always wake up before everybody else, check out the whole hall and go back to bed. So he would have he would know what was going on. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, they would.
My dad passed out in the chair.
Yeah, I was probably passed out in the chair somewhere. So watching the Pope. So midnight mass, which became morning mass. Do you go to a relative's house on Christmas Day, or do you stay home?
We're home on Christmas morning. That's one of the hard, fast rules that I have. Is only our family spends the night on Christmas night, and we have our Christmas morning together before. And it depends on what we're doing, what's going on. We may go somewhere, people may come to us. Yeah. But that Christmas morning wake up, we've always been able to do with us.
So I'm originally from Greenville, South Carolina, and passed from Charlotte. And both of our parents are deceased now, God rest their souls. But we made a rule, maybe I made the rule, we would travel for Christmas. Stop it. We would travel for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And stay home for Christmas just to make it easier on me so toys weren't moving and things weren't going. We could just do it. And grandparents were very understanding about that, so that's what we did.
Good.
And now we just are at home for Christmas, and we'll maybe go. The kids take their toys outside and see the other kids and play. We'll wave to the neighbors, which is nice. Now, the other weird thing about being a mom at Christmas time is December is going on like a normal time. So you had a sports banquet at your home last night.
I did. We had the men's volleyball banquet at our house last night. It was delightful.
Was it?
It was delightful.
Did you have to do something to get ready?
I did. There is a little preparation involved.
Cleaning? Some cleaning?
You clean. I didn't cook anything, but I did.
That's good.
Go pick up the food that somebody else was good enough to cook.
So there you go. We have birthdays in December.
We do.
Yeah, 3 birthdays. Anna Margaret's the 21st. Patrick is the 27th. And Mary Catherine is the 30th. So we also have to plan birthday parties in the month of December. All that's going on. So that's a lot. And
remember, Patrick is my birthday twin.
That's right.
Yes.
You are a December birthday. So Christmas songs. We were kind of talking about a Christmas song this morning. But we're not going to talk about that right now.
We were. Somebody on Facebook nailed one of my pet peeves this morning, and I'm sharing that with you.
Mary, do you know? That's the song we were talking about. The Blessed Mother Mary knew she was going to have Jesus, and she knew who Jesus was. So we don't know why Pentatonics was asking that question.
So we thought we'd
discuss that a little bit. Do you have some favorite Christmas songs or favorite types of Christmas music you listen to?
I do. I like upbeat Christmas music.
Same.
I like upbeat Christmas music.
Yeah.
Sleigh Ride is one of my favorites.
With the just hear the sleigh bells ringling, ting, ting, ting.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like that one. And I did see somebody hating on Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. My children will tell
my
you.
My brother loved that one. Grandma Got Run Over.
And I think I played Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer in front of my son's girlfriend this year, which is turns out, not something one does. We don't do that.
Oh.
We keep our family quirks hidden.
Okay.
So just hold that in your mind.
Okay, so I do like the pop Christmas music. I've been listening to a lot of that. One of my mom's most favorite was "Oh Holy Night." So I do love "Oh Holy Night." I love when they sing it in church. I think it's really pretty. I love "Oh Holy Night." Do you go to church on Christmas? Do y'all do? Is that something that's a regular thing that y'all do?
No, we our church has a candlelight service. This year, I think we're doing it on the 21st.
Okay.
We do it in the time, but it's not necessarily going to be Christmas Eve.
Okay.
But we'll have a regular service Christmas Eve this year.
Okay, so we've always gone to, now when I was a little girl, we went to church on Christmas Day, because if you're Catholic, that's one of the holy days, is Christmas Day. So we would open our toys and then get dressed and go to church.
Yes.
But now, with our family, with my children growing up, we always went to the Christmas Eve Mass. That was considered the family Mass, because they usually put on some kind of Christmas play with Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and the shepherds and everybody. So that's been the one we've gone to. So we typically go on December 24th at 4 in the evening is when we go.
Yes, and y'all's church is nice. My sister is typically in town, and you helped connect me with Precious Blood, and that's where she typically goes for Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so Precious Blood does have the 4 p.m. children's service, and then their midnight mass is at 9 p.m. 9 or 10. And then,
we can stay up late.
You know, only once or twice in my life I went to midnight mass. Everybody needs to go to one midnight mass and get there a little bit early to watch the people coming in to midnight mass. Because typically they've been to some Christmas parties. And
I didn't think about that. I would have wanted to wear my pajamas.
Oh, they're full of cheer. They are full of cheer coming into midnight mass. So, but now, since we do have an older population in the midnight mass is earlier. It's not really true midnight. And then Father Paul does have probably a 10 a.m. mass on Christmas Day. What does a mom want for Christmas?
What does a mom want for Christmas?
I just usually want to rest on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I want a clean house. I don't want to rest. But do you ever want a gift of something?
I mean, I think being remembered
Yeah.
There's some importance in that. But I always, and now that I've got older children, I understand that thing where our parents were saying, do not spend your money on us.
Right.
I do not want my children to spend their money on me. I want them to spend it on them.
Yeah, and I don't mind if they want to combine their money and get me a nice bottle of perfume, or if they want to buy me. There's not really much I want. And a lot of times my kids will get me earrings, which I do like earrings.
Yeah.
But I don't need a lot. I usually like to pick out my own clothes. Are you like to? Yeah.
I am, and I'm a lucky lady.
Yeah.
I have the things that are important to me.
So you don't have to buy us anything this year, not unless you just want to. A lot of times, Cubby got me something cool last year. He got me gift cards to get carried away. And
that is nice.
That was
especially
nice.
while you're still working.
Yeah,
school.
yeah. I could go get those casseroles from Get Carried Away.
Yeah.
It's super nice. I love gift cards. I do. Gift cards those are good teacher gifts too.
Yeah.
The gift cards are great. So when do you clean up from Christmas?
I like to clean up the day after Christmas.
26th.
The 26th.
Who's doing the cleanup?
I'm doing the cleanup.
You're doing.
But our outside lights do always stay up a little longer because David likes to go a little into the new year.
Okay.
So
you take the tree down on the 26th, get everything put away. Yeah. So my grandmother, Lily Covington, from Tatum, South Carolina, which is near Bennettsville in Marlborough County, she told my mother that you had to have it all down before New Year's. Good luck. Something about luck. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've heard that before.
So we take it down. We're usually taking down like the 30th, the 31st, getting it all cleaned up, getting it out of the way. Everything. Lights on the outside of the house. It is all coming down and getting put back in the boxes. And I do a lot of that. But I do have children at home then, so they will help.
And they will help.
They will help with some of those things, especially taking all the ornaments off the tree.
Unless you're a cat, and then you don't even have ornaments.
Unless you have a cat. There's nothing on the tree. But anyway, so let's shout out to all the moms out there who are making Christmas great for their families and doing the best they can. I mean, really, and if you need a little help, just reach out to one of your churches or one of your local agencies, because usually there's somebody that's willing to help you with some toys or gifts for your children if you need that. There's a lot of help out there, so don't be afraid to ask. But we hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas, a fun and happy Christmas, and we hope you make it to the new year.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Bye. Hey, so we're continuing on with how moms make Christmas, and I have another friend to give her opinion. So here we are with Carolyn Baker.
How are you doing?
Carolyn's got an open house going on right now at 156 Harbor Reef Drive at Pawleys Island. So I said, hey, Carolyn, will you give me your opinion real quick? So Carolyn, is it hard to do Christmas? Do you do all the Christmas at your house?
I do 90% of it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions about
Sure.
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, Taylor's a big help.
Good.
And then it's just Taylor and myself. Lights outside. I did get help this year from my husband.
How about inside?
After 23 years. Inside decorations, all 100% myself.
Yeah. And then how about, do you do any Christmas cards?
We decided not to do Christmas cards anymore due to how much working and everything else. But we enjoy getting Christmas cards.
Yeah. Okay. How about cooking and food? Who does all that?
Definitely Brett.
I thought, well, that's good. At least he helps out with that. Okay. How about shopping for presents?
Shopping for presents is all me, and I go to the local stores in Georgetown and Pawleys Island, Merle's Inlet.
Shop local, yeah.
Shop local, all the ways.
Okay. And then let's talk about, sometimes, do you have any parties you have to go to?
I have lots of parties.
So you have to figure out clothing.
So you got to figure out clothing. You can't wear the same dress to the. But yeah, so that's been fun, and it's fun to have parties to go to. I look forward to seeing different friend groups and.
Do you bring if you have to bring an hors d'oeuvre? Who's making the hors d'oeuvre for the party?
I usually will buy that.
But
and everybody would rather me buy that. Let's say that.
Okay.
And I always bring my own beer.
Okay, bring your own beer. What kind
for
of
myself?
What kind of beer are you drinking these days?
Celebration.
Oh, you changed.
Well, Sierra Nevada Celebration is only out during the holidays. It's a Christmas beer.
Okay, good to know. All right, so then parties. All right, how about this? Because this is just something I thought about this morning. Your mailman, anybody that cleans your house, people that pick up the trash. Do you ever do a little gift for those people?
I like to do a little gift for those people. Just something letting them know how much I appreciate them.
And you're the one that's figuring that out, right?
Yes. And then some neighbors.
Neighbor gifts?
And,
Neighbor gifts,
It's just to be thoughtful and say thank you for being such great neighbors.
Charities like an angel tree.
Yes.
Yes. Any kind of food pantries.
Well, we have raised money. We have raised a bunch of cans, probably 100.
In your office?
50 in our office to bring to.
And you work for?
Remax Executives, the Coast and Country team.
You're in the Georgetown office on Front Street if you want to go find Carolyn. Also, who puts out everything on Christmas Eve? And fills
Myself.
And the stockings?
Myself.
Okay, and how about Christmas Day? Who's
Christmas Day, we wake up and we open gifts, and then we are grateful, and then we have a Bloody Mary and go back to bed.
Oh, I like that. And then clean. Okay, so during the month of November, there's just regular life going on. So do y'all have like birthdays or anything?
Yeah, so Lauren's birthday is December 23rd.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so that's a thing. My birthday is December 31st. So, and it's a lot to keep up with and working and
keeping up with the dogs, yard, house,
office.
And then so you get through the Christmas, you get through the birthdays, and then who's cleaning up the Christmas?
Myself.
And when do you get everything cleaned up by?
Well, I like to start off the new year. Probably about the 3rd of January. I like to enjoy my birthday, but then after that, everything must come down.
Must come down. Okay, so you agree with me that mostly it's
women.
Women are getting it all done.
But I think men are starting to participate more.
That's good.
I do think there's a lot of men. And I will say, our broker at our office is the one who spearheaded all the decorations at all 3 offices.
Well, way to go, Philip.
Yeah, so he decorated and put all the lights up. So
I have been talking to
some men that do.
Yeah, I've been talking to a couple of husbands who do the outside lights and the outside decorations, which is always a nice help. But
yeah, I think it's nice to help each other out.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway,
it makes the holiday more peaceful.
But I remember when we worked at the school, I mean, there was always, you had to get teacher gifts, co-worker gifts,
kids gifts.
Oh, remember we always had to have a gift for our students.
We had a gift for the students.
So shout out to all the teachers who are working on that right now.
Absolutely.
But women are Christmas. Women make Christmas. Where would we be without women for Christmas?
I'm not sure.
Shout out to all you great women out there, all the moms and the teachers and the nurses and all the great women that are getting it all done for Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
So what do you think? Do you agree or not agree? Do women take care of most of the Christmas details? And if some of you fellas out there, if you're taking care of some of these details, way to go. That's great. We can use all the help we can get. And maybe you're a single dad. There's not a mom in the family anymore and you're taking care of all this. Way to go. Great job. Because it's a lot to take care of all the Christmas details. So thanks for doing all that and just making sure everybody has a great time during the month of December. Sometimes it can be a difficult month for some, but so just doing your best and trying to make sure everybody has something to enjoy during this Christmas and Hanukkah season is just the best thing to do. Wanted to let you know about a book I just finished reading that my book club is reading. It's called Indigo Girl, and it is about Eliza Lucas Pinckney. It is a historical novel, and it is about Eliza Lucas Pinckney, who had to run 3 plantations when she was 16 because her father went back to Antigua to be the governor. She and her mother and her younger sister were at Wapu Plantation. She was learning how to make indigo, and the first crop after crop after crop failed. She had to work hard to be respected because she was not respected among the local gentlemen because she was a young girl trying to run plantations. She had to figure it out all by herself and gain the trust of her slaves, who she tried to treat the best she could. So it is just the best novel, well written. I wish the chapters had gone on and on and on. And how she eventually married Charles Pinckney after his wife died from illness. Just an incredible book. I loved every bit of it, especially since we live here along the South Carolina coast. And I could refer back to the map of the South Carolina and see where she had been living and what she had to do to make this whole indigo system work. So if you don't know what indigo is, indigo was a dye that was used to dye clothing like blue jeans. But obviously they didn't wear blue jeans back in the 1700s, they wore, dresses and other fabrics and breeches and coats. So it was a very successful crop. It became a successful crop worldwide, and it really helped the economy of South Carolina. So if you don't know about Eliza Lucas Pinckney, go read up on her. She was a fascinating young woman who was determined and never gave up. I hope y'all have a great weekend and a great week coming up. And we hope you're enjoying this holiday season. And we hope you find some time for moments of peace. And I thank you for listening. Please subscribe, rate, and review, either here on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast. I hope to see y'all soon. And thank you so much and have a great week. Bye.